So technically this is not equal to 0, so it's not a factor. So I'm going to check for plus 1. So I have 1 squared cube minus 2 into 1 squared minus 5 into 1 then plus 1 is equal to 0, right? So technically here is going to give us, here is going to give us 1, here is going to give us minus 2, here is to give us minus 5 plus 1. We see that is not equal to 0. So this question, you cannot find the factor, right? But maybe there is an omission, maybe one of these places is supposed to be plus or minus, we don't know. But the criteria is that you look for a factor, one factor first, then you use polynomial long division to divide this. So let's go to the main purpose of today's lecture. We have particular how to divide polynomials, remainder, and then the factor theorem. For instance, you can be given this kind of polynomial 9x4 raised to power 4 plus 3x raised to power 2 minus 5x plus 5 divided by 3x. Now this is straightforward, right? You can just divide here by 3x, divide here by 3x, divide here by 3x, also divide this constant by 3x, right? So this is straightforward. Anybody can do this, right? This is what they have done. You see, straightforward. Similarly, this can be broken down. You have 3x, you have x here, x into x is x, then you have 3 into 6 is 2x. Now, but when you talk about long division, right, long division is of this form. How you have what you want to divide, which is the dividend. This is what I want to divide, right? This is the divisor. So if I want to write this, I'm going to have 3x squared minus 17x, then minus 25, then divided by what? You have x minus 7. So that's the meaning of this. Then this is the quotient. This is the quotient. So the quotient is what you have divided, then this is the remainder. This is the remainder, right? So when you multiply divisor by 3x, subtract, then bring down minus 25, multiply divisor by 4. Now all this is trying to give you the first step taken to obtain this particular result. And how can we do that? How can we do that? You see, it's very simple. You want to divide, let me zoom in. You want to divide 3x squared minus 17x minus 25. You want to divide it by x minus 7. Now, the first thing you have to do is you consider the coefficient of this, your dividend here. I want to eliminate it. So what will I multiply to this particular divisor to get 3x here? I'm going to multiply here by 3x. If I multiply x by 3x, I'm going to get 3x squared. So I'll put it up here. You see it? So I'll put the 3x up here. So multiply this 3x by this. I'm going to get 3x, put it down here. But I have to complete the multiplication. So I have 3x multiplied by x, 3x. 3x multiplied by minus 7, I have minus 21, which is here. So all I'm going to do for these two, I'm going to subtract. So 3x squared minus 3x squared, it is gone. This is what we have, 3x squared minus 3x squared. So this is eliminated. So we have minus 17x minus 21. So let's put it here to understand better. You have minus 17x. You have this minus that's here. Then you have minus 21x. So minus automatically become plus. So minus 17x minus 21 is 4. This is the 4 you're seeing here. Then I'll bring down my 25. See it here? 25 here is straightforward, right? Then the next thing I'm going to consider now, I want to eliminate 4, because this is what is remaining and what remained after this first division. So I'm going to put 4 here, multiply by x, because I know it's going to give me 4x. Then the same 4 multiplied by minus 7, which is minus 28. Similarly, I'm going to subtract again here. So 4x minus 4x is gone. Then minus 25 minus 28. So we have minus 25 minus 28. So you see minus automatically becomes plus. So you have 3. So in this case, this is what remains. That's what you have. Multiply divisor by 3. You multiply divisor by 3. Subtract. This is subtraction. Then bring down 25. This is what we brought down 25. Then multiply divisor by 4 again, and that's how we got it. So it's straightforward. So that is straightforward. So another example is this. Can you see? So in this case, the divisor process ends when the last term is of lesser degree than the divisor, which we have seen our term was 3. So we see that when we divide 3x squared minus 17x minus 25, we divided it by x minus 7. What we have was 3x plus 4, but we have a remainder which was 3. Then you put down the divisor here, right? So you have it that you can put it this way also. What you are dividing, multiply by what you got, then plus 3, because this plus 3 was the remainder. Very good. So in every case, at every point in time, your polynomial is that divisor you see and the quotient which is on top plus the remainder. Every polynomial consists of the divisor, the quotient. The quotient is what is on top, and then the remainder. We can see it here, right? So every polynomial contains the divisor multiplied by the quotient, then you plus the remainder. The polynomial always have the divisor, the quotient, then plus what? The remainder. That's that about that. I think it's straightforward, right? So this is of x, this is also of x, then this is also the remainder in terms, you can put it in terms of x. Good. So we are going to be considering more example. We have this, right? We have this. So let's solve this together. We'll now have, right, the first thing is x, right? We put x multiplied by this, we are going to get 3x squared, multiply by 2, then we have plus 2x. You see, it's straightforward. Then we subtract. If we subtract this, 3x squared is gone, so we have 17 minus 2. So we are going to be left here with 15x. Then we bring down the 10, then plus 10. So I think it's straightforward. You can now see it in the next step. Good. You see it in the next step. Plus 10. Where is the next step? This is it. So we're left with what? We're left with 15. Was this 15? Bring down the 10. Look at it. We have 15 plus 10x. Look at it here. That's what you got here. So we have 15 plus 10x. So similarly, we just multiply by 5. We're going to get 15x plus 10x. When you subtract, you're going to get 0. So this simply tells you that this actually is a factor. Since you got 0, this is actually a factor. So at every point in time, if I want to write this, the complete polynomial, 3x squared plus 17x then plus 10, I can write it as what? I can write it as this x plus 2 multiplied by what? This quotient that is on top plus 5, right? Then plus the remainder. The remainder here is 0, so which is not needed. So that's that about that. I will see you for more example in the next